Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and it's that time again, guys. The Bad Boy Membership Holiday Sale, okay? So now on this holiday sale, you guys are getting a lot of free stuff. You already know the drill, all right? So I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to get when you join the Bad Boy Membership from now up until January 1st, 2025, all right? So check this out. Now, when you join the Bad Boy Membership on the holiday sale, you're going to get the ultimate Bad Boy package for free. Now, this includes the Bad Boys Guide to Dating program, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, Manhood and the Game seminar, the Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men, Banned from YouTube Dating Advice mixtape, How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar, and How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar audio version. You're also going to get these other bonus programs for free. The Simple Way to Talk to Women, The Abundance Mindset, How You Must Think and Act to Date Multiple Women Successfully, The Conversation Booster, Learn What to Say to Make Women Want to Date and Have Sex with You, The Confidence Booster, Learn How to Be the Confident Man that Women are Attracted to, What Every Man Should Know About Sex, Dating, and Relationships, The Secret Women Code, 7 Things Women Do to Deceive and Play Games with You, Step Up Your Dating Game audio seminar, Stop Being Nice and Friendly, How to Quit Being the Nice Guy that Gets Stuck in the Friend Zone, and Man Up, Principles Every Man Should Live By to Be Successful in Love and in Life. So with the ultimate bad boy package, you're getting 16 programs that equal up to about $2,000 in value for free just by joining the Bad Boy Membership on the holiday sale. But wait, there's more. When you join the Bad Boy Membership holiday sale, you're also going to get the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man documentary. Now, this documentary officially drops next year, 2025, but you get to watch it right now when you join the Bad Boy Membership holiday sale. You're also going to get the How to Be the Guy Women Just Want for Sex audio program. Now, this is an audio program that breaks down how to be the type of guy that women really want to have sex with. And you can only get this program on the Bad Boy Membership holiday sale. This is exclusive to the sale. You cannot get this program anywhere else. When you join the Bad Boy Membership holiday sale, you're going to get access to the Bad Boy Membership. And in the Bad Boy Membership, you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Right now, there are over 125 programs on the Bad Boy Membership, and there's a new program dropping every month. You're also going to get the Ultimate Bad Boy Package, which is over $2,000 worth of programs for free. You're also going to get the Game Kings 2 documentary that's not even out now. It's going to come out next year, so you get to see this documentary now. You're also going to get How to Be the Guy Women Just Want for Sex audio program, and you can only get that audio program exclusively on this Bad Boy Membership holiday sale. So all you need to do is go to badboymembership.com right now and join the Bad Boy Membership to take advantage of the holiday sale. All right, so guys, make sure that you join the Bad Boy Membership from now up until January 1st, 2025, okay? When you join the Bad Boy Membership, you're gonna get all of this free stuff, all right? So make sure you click the link below or go straight to badboymembership.com and take advantage of the holiday sale, all right? So that's pretty much it. I'm out of here, guys, and remember, the truth is inside you. I'm out. Peace. What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, and April MC in the building. Let me get this a little over this way, so we got it, this way. You feel what I'm saying? So Merry Christmas to everybody, man. Oh, my bad. Yeah, so Merry Christmas to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, April is in the building. So, and guys, if you want to call up, the call-in number is 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901 is the number. And it's Christmas time. So if you guys want to, donate, and make sure, before we start, guys, donate to the PayPal or the Venmo today, okay? If you want to call in, because I know you guys be saying y'all be donating to Miles, but we don't
believe you.
Y'all, some of y'all be lying. So if you want to call in to get a question answered, donate to the PayPal and the Venmo today. You feel what I'm saying?
Don't make me put up my Cash App.
Right, but if you guys just want to donate to donate, you know what I'm saying, on some Christmas shit, you can still donate to Miles. But if you want to get your questions answered, make sure you guys go to the PayPal or Venmo so we could see that you guys actually donated, and then call up 646-481-3901, 646-481-3901. But shout out to everybody. Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. You feel what I'm saying? So April, how was your Christmas? Was it amazing?
Christmas was amazing. At C Mims, you must be new here because I've been on camera often.
Oh, he said she finally got on camera.
Finally. You should really go back and watch some videos. We've done several. You're in for a treat.
Yeah. So we here, man. We here. So today we're going to be talking about how to master the art of communication with women. So we're going to lace y'all with some game. You feel what I'm saying? Still the king said, did you eat good?
We always eat good. We'll eat even better later.
See,
Santa.
I don't got my other sound effects on, man. God damn it. But anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody tuning in. You feel what I'm saying? And we're gonna get it in today. And today we're talking about, how you guys can actually master communicating with women to basically get what you want to make shit happen. You understand? Because that's a big thing for a lot of you guys out there. It's hard for you guys to make shit happen when it comes to making things go down with women, because the communication is all over the place. It's all fucked up. You don't know where you're going or what you want to say, what you want to do, all these different things. So we're going to talk about like certain things you can do, like outside of even like talking to women specifically.
Yep.
That could help you, but also, things you can do when you're talking to women. So we'll get into that, because off camera, we were talking about, for example, so let's start it off like this, right? So for example, or I should say this before we get into it, is that one of the big things that hinder you guys when it comes to talking to women is that y'all don't think on your feet. You understand what I'm saying?
And you have a confidence problem. And this comes from the real Mr. Locario. Mr. Locario is Mr. Locario.
That's a fact.
So, Papa Locario, we had some very interesting conversations.
Oh yeah, we was with my dad. We was with my dad earlier today, and he was out at the clubs at 2 a.m. That's what I'm saying. The game don't stop. My dad is almost 70 years old.
He literally dropped us off at the hotel last night and went out to the club.
So shout out to my pops out here
making it happen.
Slanging at the age of what, 68, 69? 69.
Pause.
Is that so my dad is 69 and out here. So shout out to him. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, he's out here, getting in and doing what he does. But guys, one of the things that makes it hard for you guys is because you can't think on your feet. So me and April was talking offline, and we was like, one of the things that you came up with this is, and I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Is for guys to take improv classes.
Oh my gosh.
And
I've been telling you that for a while. I think it's like really critical for you guys to learn to think on your feet. And I think the best way for you to probably be able to do that is to take an improv class.
Right.
It will definitely.
We already got people calling in shit already.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see. We got people calling in. Let me try to put them on the speaker though. Let me put you on the speaker. Yo, can you hear me?
Hello?
Oh, you hung up. 315. Call back, man. Call back.
But an improv class is definitely going to kind of help you guys really be able to think on your feet and come back with those good comebacks when you're engaging women, especially, the ones that maybe are not the most friendly right off the bat or whatever, kind of give you that, comedic way to kind of go about approaching people and so on and so forth. But yeah, I think, just learning how to I think being able to think on your feet, because so many people at this point are used to texting as your primary form of communication.
Right.
And it's delayed communication. You can think about what you want to say. You can erase it if you don't like it. You can decide not to send it. And the problem with that is that you don't know how to have this back and forth banter.
Right, exactly.
And the back and forth banter is what makes flirting fun.
And Mike, you can put your questions in the chat, put a Q in the chat, and we'll get to your questions. Or you can call up and donate, and you can hit the PayPal or the Venmo at the top of the chat. So make sure you guys do that. You feel what I'm saying?
Is that Mick or Mike?
Or Mick, Mike. It looks like it's Mike. But but yeah, go ahead. You keep going.
No, I think, I mean, that's what flirting really is. Flirting is that back and forth banter. And if you're not able to do that, that's really what's hindering you in, what we hear about people like, I'm not good at flirting, or I'm just going up and I'm like diarrhea of the mouth and I just say, blah, 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 and I want to sleep with you. No, it doesn't work like that. Like there has to be, some kind of engagement in order to find out if she's sexually interested in you.
Right.
So for all you people that are fearful of this, that's how, how things have to kind of go. And, for people who are, I'm on a date and I don't know what to say and I get caught and, it's like pulling teeth. That's because she's not doing this give and take with you. Right. So really kind of just helping you guys be able to think more on your feet, I think, is what's really the key there.
Right. And he says, do you recommend us learn how to rap? If so, do you have programs on tips to help, especially to think on our feet? Now, see, this is the thing. Rapping can help, but you don't need to learn how to rap. Like, you don't need to go that far. If you know how to do it, then cool. Because you can, freestyle is about thinking on your feet. Like, if you're not a freestyle, that could work too. But improv is good. But also another thing that's good that'll help you guys out is you guys actually going to speed dating events. You feel what I'm saying? You guys check that shit out. Speed dating events, they're definitely gonna help you when it comes to talking to women. Because what happens is, so the way that I like and I hate speed dating events. I'm gonna tell you why. Because most speed dating events, what they do is that they let the women sit down and then they let the guys move.
That's because we have cute shoes
and
feet sometimes.
so it's already the dynamic. I don't like the way that's set up in that way. That's just I don't, because it's very simpish. It's a very simpish type of energy. But fuck all that. The thing is that you go there because you're going to talk to multiple women in a short period of time. And on top of that, what happens is that you don't have enough time to be in your head. You understand what I'm saying? So now when you sit down, they give you maybe like 5 minutes to talk to a woman, and then they say, okay, switch. You go to the next one, you start talking to her. You go to the next one, you start talking to her. So what naturally happens is after a while, you stop thinking and you start talking. So you're talking more than you're thinking, right? So what happens is a lot of times when you're in a situation where you want to talk to a woman, but you're hesitating, you start thinking too much instead of actually just starting to go up and talk. So the thing is that you got to get yourself in the zone of talking, right? And less thinking, because when you talk and you're in the moment, what happens is that you start to be able to get more comfortable just having the conversation. So then you're more natural in the conversation. So this is the thing. There's nothing necessarily wrong with thinking while you're in the conversation, but you don't want to think too much, because when you think too much, then you're actually not there. You're not mentally there in the moment. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're really good, you can think as you're talking, but it should be 90% talking, 10% thinking if it's going to be anything.
And I think that's where, like, even like, let's say you go on an interview, right? Because I mean, I hate to say dating and speed dating is an interview, because we don't want it to be just like a
regular interview
rapid
questions,
fire of like interview questions.
Right.
So, but if you think about, if you've ever interviewed a person, if you're a good interviewer, you have an idea of things that you want to say or questions that you want to ask, but those questions can change if you are really paying attention to what the person is saying,
right,
or what the person isn't saying. And like, I am notorious for digging. If I don't get the answer that I want, I will ask a next question, next question, next question. So for example, I used to date a guy that worked for the government, right? And I said, you know, okay, what branch of the government? And he said, the FBI. And I said something, and he said, well, most people just stop when I say that. And I said, well, I'm not most people. So when you say this, do you really mean the FBI or do you really mean the CIA? And he was like, why do you have to ask another question? And I said, do we need to go in the bathroom and run the water and have this conversation? Right. So
you're sort of leading the conversation with this guy.
Right. There, you know, I think there's that joking. And I think, you know, kind of going back to the figuring out if there's sexual energy, right? There's not much that somebody could say to probably either one of us that we couldn't turn into a sexual innuendo.
Right, and I was about to get into that too, because one of the biggest things you guys have to understand too about the art of masculine communication is listening, and listening makes it to where when you're listening to what's being said, you can turn that into whatever type of conversation you want.
Totally.
You see what I'm saying? So for example, I tell you guys to, you know, flirt, you know, be sexual and get the conversation to that point so that you can see a woman's response. And then what happens is that it's really easy to get into that type of situation if you're listening. So for example, and this is just something I teach in the Master Approaching Women in 30 Days or Less program, and also in the Bad Boy membership.
Which, by the way, we have a holiday sale.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So I'll give you guys an example. So what it is that, and this is just simple. So what it is that if you are, let's say, because I know a lot of guys say I run out of stuff to say, right?
Okay. What do you got? And
right.
I'll come back.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little demonstration here. So
we did not practice.
Yeah,
this,
we didn't
by
practice
the way.
it. But basically, this is just simple, regular. I'm not even gonna be flirting. I'm just gonna show you how to keep a conversation going. Just, you know, at first. Then I'm gonna get into the flirting, and so we could get you guys understanding. So let's say we're on a date. You know, I'm with April. It's the first time we're on a date or whatever. And let's say you're talking. You might be into the whole like getting to know the girl type of vibe, just small talk, whatever, right? So let's say I say to you, so where'd you grow up originally?
Chicago.
Okay, now.
What about you?
I grew up in New York.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then so now she said Chicago. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the word Chicago and I'm gonna add something else. So, you know, what made you want to move from Chicago to New York?
I didn't actually move from Chicago to New York. I moved from Chicago to Florida. And then Florida to Colorado, back to Florida, and then to New York. Okay, perfect.
So now you see she's naming all these places. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to start another conversation thread. Now, let's say I use that to flirt. So I might say, oh, so you moved from Florida to Colorado. So you must have been chasing a dude, right?
No, actually chasing the money.
Chasing the money. And then so notice I'm saying the words that she's saying. She said money, and I'm going with that. And I'll be like, well, listen, you know, I'm gonna let you forget all about this money, because as soon as as soon as me and you get together and do some nasty things, you ain't gonna care about no money. Right. So you see how like I'm using the words to to add more conversation threads and flirt, right? So what it is, I'm listening to what she's saying. I'm taking words she's saying and then continuing the conversation. That's it. Now, what you want to do also is you want to be able to, at some points, flirt, use sexual innuendo based on what she's saying also, because then that's how you can transition into flirting. So a lot of guys, they don't know how to transition into flirting. So I talk about this on the membership too, which all you guys should get because we got the sale. Right? So transitioning into flirting, right, is either you directly transition into flirting by just abruptly breaking the conversation, or you use something in the conversation already to flirt. You feel what I'm saying? So directly transitioning into flirting would be something like, let's say we're just talking regular, and then what I'll do is that I'll interrupt the conversation to talk about something flirtatious or try to get, a little bit more sexual in a conversation. So let's say me and April are on a date again, and we're just talking regularly. This is like me breaking the flow to start flirting, right? So I might say, so you like, what type of drinks you like drinking?
Definitely a sweet drinker. So like Cosmos, vodka cranberry, definitely something that is on the sweeter side, always made with vodka.
So you don't like drinking beer?
No, definitely not beer.
Right. Why not beer?
I would rather drink water or nothing.
Oh, it's crazy. I didn't even get what you just said, because the whole time when you said that, I was just looking at your lips. And your lips look really, really good. And they look really, really soft. So now you see,
you want to kiss me.
Right, exactly. So check it out. So now we're talking about beer, we're talking about drinks, and then I just stop in the middle to talk about her lips. You see what I'm saying? And start, I'm like, hey, look, I'm, checking out your lips. Your lips look really soft. That's just me breaking the flow of what we were talking about to start flirting. You understand what I'm saying?
But I also think once you're getting to that point where you're breaking the flow, there's also a certain amount of moving closer. Right? Like he might be talking and then he's going to say something about my lips, but he moves just like, and it doesn't have to be like drastic. Right? It's like
it's just a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit in. Like, a little bit in.
That like is leading to that kiss.
Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's breaking the flow by flirting and, interjecting. Now, the more difficult one is when you're using something she's saying to flirt. Now, this takes extreme listening and being clever, because what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to connect what she's saying to something sexual or flirtatious, right? And it could be anything. So let's say I ask the question, I'll be like, like, how many kids you got?
No kids.
You don't got no kids?
No kids.
Really? So you don't want any kids?
No, I think I don't really.
So
I think I'm too selfish for kids.
Wait, so you're trying to tell me you don't want none of my babies?
Well, I mean,
not one.
We would have cute babies.
Really? That's what I'm saying. I think we should start, with the baby making now.
You want to practice?
Yeah, we should. You see what I'm saying? So that's it. You see how like you're taking what's being said.
And if you get a girl that's really interested, she's gonna go, "You want to practice?"
Right. Exactly.
Do you want to practice?
Hell yeah, I want to practice.
What's your favorite position?
Oh shit! You see what I'm saying?
So like, if you get a girl that's really interested, she will continue to build that sexual time.
Right. She's gonna basically participate. And that's the point of actually flirting, because you want to see if the girl's going to participate. You know what I'm saying? He said sexual tension is definitely, what's the OnlyFans
coming 2025.
Yeah, right. Yeah, hilarious. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Shout out to Kobe Lee. He said, you might see my guy go for the kiss. Make sure you don't turn your head, April. All right. And if she turns her head, I'd be like, well, it's nice to meet you. We're going to end this date. It's a wrap. But that's basically what guys, this is what I'm saying. So what happens is that listening is very important, because listening gives you all the information you need to be able to flirt, to take it there. So you can control the dynamic of conversation. So when you're listening, you can use what she's saying and then make it flirtatious. Or like I said before, you can just interrupt the flow of the conversation and start saying something flirtatious. So when you interrupt the flow of the conversation, sometimes you want to do that because you want to move it from being a platonic conversation to more flirtatious. And sometimes you might not have enough information, or the flow might not be there yet to use what she's saying. So then you can just interrupt it yourself in order to make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you guys understand that. So let me see what some of these questions are saying. It says, what's your mindset before you approach a woman?
I'm that guy.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Your mindset is that you're right. Your mindset should be about you understanding you're that dude, period, before you're even thinking about women. So like, you don't want to think too much about her.
I'm dying to know what you do for a living, right? Because if you've ever had to recruit talent into a business, it's the same thing as like going after the girl. You're recruiting them. You're selling them on an opportunity to upgrade their lifestyle, you know, get a better job, take an opportunity to get to know you, spend time with you, you know, get, you know, sex with you, whatever it is.
Right.
But everything is selling someone on an opportunity, whether it's an opportunity with you, an opportunity to, you know, do something better with their life, whatever the case may be. So if you think about it, when you are really looking to try to get to know somebody, you're selling them on an opportunity. Right. You're recruiting them into your world. I don't know. Does that make sense?
No, that's exactly what it is. So, and this is why it's important to know how to communicate, because what you're doing is that you want to bring the woman into the direction that you're going in. Because because the thing is, when you're flirting with a woman, what you're essentially doing is taking the dynamic of the conversation in a certain direction. And then when she's flirting back with you, what she's essentially doing is following that direction. And if she's attracted to you, she wants to follow that direction because she's like, ooh, we're going here. This is great. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she's like happy that this is happening. You feel what I mean? So that's very important. Let me see what these other questions say. It says, is it possible to bring both of my girlfriends to a family party when all of my family members at the party are monogamous? Funny you say that.
I'm not trying to put everybody's business out there.
Yeah, we
were at a holiday party last night.
We ain't gonna say too much, but
it happened.
But it's a question that it's an interesting question. So you say, should you bring both of your girlfriends when all your family members at the party are monogamous?
Okay, so first of all, do the girlfriends know each other? Have they ever been in the same room together?
Right.
And what's that dynamic? Because I think here's the thing. At no point should the first time they ever meet each other, like face to face and be together, be in front of anybody's family.
Right.
Because you don't know what's going to happen. Right. So like when we first started dating and we had a conversation about this, about whether or not we would be like that, both him, myself, and his wife would ever be in the same place together.
Right.
And she was planning something and wanted to invite me. And I said, what does that look like? Are you going to kiss her and then kiss me? And he was like, well, yeah. I'm like, yeah, not interested, you know? And I know what my limitations are. So I think it's really just about finding out what's happening with, you know, what your dynamic is to that.
Well, I think we got a call. Let me get it on speaker. Yo, what's popping? Can you hear me?
Yeah, free call.
Okay, see,
Fosa got the free call.
He was on it. Okay, so we got one more free call. What's going on, Fosa?
Yeah, so
Merry Christmas.
Huh?
I said Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Thanks.
All right.
What's your question?
All right. So my question is that can I can flirt by complimenting her outer belly button?
Well, how often do you see her belly button to compliment her? Like, are you complimenting an outy belly button that you haven't even seen yet?
No, just when I see it, like when she's wearing like a shirt that shows her stomach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the girls have outy belly buttons are compliment, but some of the girls don't cover it. Some of the girls have ears. I don't know all the time, but when I see an outy belly button,
I think,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Really attractive, really sexy. I think they compliment it.
Yeah, I think if you see the belly button, and because it's something that you're really attracted to, I think absolutely tell her.
Yeah.
Because also not everybody with an outy belly button is confident that that's like a sexy part of their body, right? So if that's something that like is a real turn on to you, I think absolutely tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you be fine. Just just be real about it. Be authentic, and let her know what it is, and that'll be that. If she's feeling you, she's gonna reciprocate that energy. She'll probably compliment you on some things, and y'all start flirting, y'all start talking, and get it to that next point, and then it's all good.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right,
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate the call, bro. All right.
All right. Take care.
All right. Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
All right. So, guys, call in. We got one more free call, guys. So call in, one more free call, and if you guys want to call up, hit the PayPal or the Venmo at the top of the chat. You feel what I'm saying? And make it happen. You feel what I mean? Let me see what some more of these questions are saying. It says, Miss Locario, if I find me a girl like April, I would fold up faster than a lawn chair. Can the vetting process be shortened? Thanks. Okay, so this is the thing.
Well, good luck finding someone like me because they broke that mold.
So this is the thing, guys.
And I have no sisters.
I know a lot of guys on the shortened. Wait, hold on. Let's take this call real quick.
937.
Hold on. Let's take this call real quick. Hold on. Let me get 937 on the joint. 937, can you hear us?
Yo,
what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, I got the free call.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Zay.
What up? What's good with you?
Free call?
Yep.
What's good?
Merry
I had a
Christmas.
question. So I be getting confused sometimes because I watch. I'm hearing background, but I'm gonna keep going.
No, go ahead. You good?
So I watch your show with Steve, right? And like because I know you tell guys to be direct with women, like super direct. But when people say that to Steve will be like, he'll say something like, "Oh, you're saying she's a whore and she should just fuck you." So I'm confused on what's the difference between. You know what I mean?
Oh no. So the difference is that Steve understands. Well, Steve is basically saying that because he knows y'all don't have game. So
and we were just talking about this today,
right?
Because Steve and Locario's styles are just different, but they ultimately get the same results.
Right. But basically what I'm saying is this. So this is what you got to understand. So let's say for example, right? Let's say for example, you have somebody come up to you, and let's say I know that you sell jewelry, right? And you know everything about jewelry, the real shit, the fake shit, right? Now, let's say I come to you and you know that I know that you know about jewelry, and I try to sell you a fake chain, right? Now, would you be offended?
Right. Yeah, I'd be like, "What the fuck? I know that shit's fake."
Right. So you'd be offended because you know about chains, and I'm trying to sell you a fake chain. You'd be like, "Nigga, why you trying to sell me this fake shit? I know this is some fake shit, right?" So what I'm saying is this: when you don't have game and you approach a woman and you're being direct about smashing, right? What happens is because you don't have game, what you do is that you come off like a person who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. You come off like a weirdo, right? So the woman is offended that you're coming off like a weirdo trying to get at her, versus a guy who understands the game and who's charismatic, smooth, confident, and telling her this. She's more receptive to that. So you got to understand that. Okay, because women judge themselves based on the type of guys who approach them. You understand what I'm saying? Just like how, for example, a guy might think he's the shit if he approaches a girl who he would consider a quote unquote 10, and that 10 is like receptive and likes him. He's gonna be like, "Yo, I'm the man. I got that 10." Versus if he tried to holler at a 5 and got it, he's like, "Eh."
Well, the 5 and got rejected.
Yeah, he got rejected by a 5. Like, man, this bullshit ass chick. Like, so what I'm saying is that the same way where the guy will judge himself based on the girl he's talking to, women judge themselves based on the guy they're talking to. So if a guy comes up to them and he's a goofy, and the goofy is like, "Yo, girl, I want to fuck you," she gonna be like, boy, if you don't get your punk ass out my face with that bullshit, because she's looking at you like this nigga is a weirdo. Now, if a smooth dude comes up and he's talking to her and he's like, "Look, girl, you're looking really good in them jeans. I came over here. My name is so-and-so. What's your name? Listen, I think we should do this, blah, 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 blah." He's very confident. He's dressed well. He smells good. All these things are hitting. She's more receptive, because it's not that a woman doesn't want to have sex. It's who the woman wants to have sex with. Do you see what I'm saying? So what happens is that when when you guys are saying this and Steve is like, you know, what do you think, she's a whore? Basically, you're telling that woman she's a whore because a whore will just fuck anybody. Get it? But so if you're just a regular ass motherfucker, you are anybody. That's basically what he's saying. You see what I mean? That's what's confusing you guys. Yeah. So it's not that you can't be direct. It's just that if you don't have game, you come off like the average motherfucker. Yeah. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're saying that when he says that, he's just saying that to that one person specifically,
right? Because if you're calling in and you're like, and Steve says to you, "Hey, so tell me what you say to a woman," and then you can't come up with anything, then that means you're the same guy who can't tell a girl, "I'm trying to fuck." Do you see what I'm saying? You're not that guy.
Right.
You see what I mean?
If you can tell me what to do,
because I got confused.
Right.
Where I got
tell me what to do.
Oh, go ahead.
Right.
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I got confused because like when a caller would say something or want to be direct, I'm thinking like when Steve's saying, "Oh, you think she's a whore," I'm thinking he's also saying that to anybody that would say that.
No, and that's what I'm saying. So because the thing is, if you don't know how to, because like even for example, right, I have guys that call in and they say, "Locario, you know, are you saying I should just go up to a girl and tap her on her shoulder and be like, 'Hey, fuck me'?" No, I'm not saying that. Being direct is having, you see what I'm saying? So the fact that he would even think that shows that he doesn't have any social skills. So being direct is not me walking up to a girl and say, "Hey, you suck my dick." It's about me having a conversation with that woman. And within the conversation, I state my intentions. So once the conversation is over, she clearly knows exactly what I want. Now, I could say to a girl, "Hey, I want you to suck my dick," but what I'm doing is I'm having a conversation. So I'm talking to the girl. "Hey, what's up? My name's Locario. What's the name?" "Jennifer." "Jennifer, nice to meet you. Listen, I'm thinking you looking really pretty in that dress. You know, where'd you get that?" "Oh, I got this from Macy's. You know, but this, oh, you looking real good in that. I like that. Anyway, listen, I'm about to head out, but you know, I think me and you should get together sometime. I want you to take my number and I want you to text me because listen, when you text me, we're going to have a conversation. And this is what the conversation is going to entail. It's going to entail me and you talking about how we're going to get together and how we're going to get naked in my room. And I'm going to have you on your knees. And you're going to, you see what I'm saying? You see how it's a conversation, but I'm directly letting her know. You see what I'm saying? So,
hey, Locario going in today, man. Locario going in today,
so that's what I'm saying. Christmas, so, bro. Right, exactly. So it's direct, but it's a conversation. It's still me knowing how to communicate with the woman. But most guys who don't have social skills don't know how to communicate with women. So therefore, when we say, "Hey, be direct," they think we're talking about, "Yo, just tap her on the shoulder and tell her, 'Hey, I want to fuck you in the ass.'" That's not a conversation. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
And so the guys who don't have social skills will think that, and then this is why Steve will say, "What do you think, she's a whore?" Because you're going up to her on some goofy shit, talking about, "Hey, excuse me, miss, can I suck your can I suck your titties? Can I like, it's like, right. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, who is this guy? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why that's also why I'm thinking now why they say you should stick with one mentor, because even though y'all have the same message, it just y'all say it differently.
Yeah, because the thing is, you got to know. You got to understand the game to understand the game. Do you see what I'm saying? Basically.
And I think you have to have a mentor that you identify with their style, you know, what you're comfortable doing in an approach and how you're comfortable speaking to women. Like each one has their own way, but every way works for them.
I like Locario. I like Locario's style because I feel like Locario is more like really just plain and direct.
Right, but the thing is, you have to be able to, you know, deal with that though, because a lot of y'all want to be direct, but y'all ain't ready for a chick to curse you out. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all ain't ready for a chick to walk out on a date with you. You see what I'm saying? You're not ready for a chick to fucking give you that negative energy.
And you're not ready to dismiss her when she does.
Exactly.
So you'll put up with the shit tests because you got the girl sitting in front of you and like, "Oh, but if I do this, then I might get it." by any means necessary.
Right.
His style is not by any means necessary.
Exactly. Right.
You know so, you have to, when you're really committing, you have to commit.
Right. So you gotta be able to, because also remember, being direct, especially if you're being direct because you could be direct just telling a girl you want to go on a date. That's being direct. But if you're trying to be direct sexually, which a lot of you guys want to be or try to be, you have to see, part of the game is that you need to be able to have enough confidence to say what you want to say without worrying about the response of the woman. Because if you're scared of her feeling offended, if you're scared of her, like, yelling at you or having an attitude towards you, then you're not going to be able to properly express yourself how you need to express it. Because then now part of the fear that you have stops you from actually being direct. You see what I'm saying? So you can't be direct and at the same time, try to tiptoe. You can't do both. You gotta go all the way in or step all the way the fuck back and just chill. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure you're able to do that.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. That was very, very clear. Awesome. That's how you do it. But thank you.
I rather appreciate the call, man.
Get on the holiday sale.
Facts. And I think somebody else was trying to call in. I think it was who was it? Let me see. 431 was trying to call. So 431, call back, and we'll get you back on there. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is. You guys got to understand that. You guys got to be able to withstand that. Because shout out to ARC, rest in peace. He was talking about that too. Like you got to be able to say what you need to say without flinching, without backtracking. Because this is what most guys will do. They'll be like, "Hey girl, I want to like have sex with you," and the girl, and then she'll be like, "What? What's wrong with you? Like, what? Why would you come at me like that?" Oh, I'm sorry, I was just playing. I'm sorry, I was just playing. That's a lot of you guys out here. You understand? I didn't mean to offend you.
And you know what? Okay, so if you haven't seen the Baby Girl movie, it came out today.
Oh yeah,
Nicole
see that
Kidman,
shit? Yes, facts.
There's kind of a scene, kind of like that, right? Where, and the spoiler alert, right? So the guy, they're in a hotel room, and he's 25 years old, right? So he's kind of like this dom in training, if you will,
right?
And he's telling her what to do, and she's like looking at him like, "Are you serious? Like, who do you think you are?" And then he smirks, and it's almost apologetic,
right?
But then she ends up doing it. So I think there's a lot of that when you're in that younger age bracket too, where it's like you're just kind of trying to find your confidence in how you engage and direct and deal with women and so on and so forth. That if you're not 100% and you've got this like fear of like, oh my God, is she rejecting me? Is she, is she pushing back? Is she not going to do it? Does she not like what I said? You're kind of missing that piece of it. And it can take time. I mean, I don't think that anybody just like, comes out of the womb and is just automatically like that either.
Yeah. And usually I'm not really like with me personally, I don't necessarily, I'm not direct sexually when I first approach a woman. I'm more direct sexually when we're like on a date, like the first time we're like actually sitting down and because I still want to feel her out to see if I even would want to do anything with her. You see what I'm saying?
He says feel her out. He really means feel her out.
No, because I'm like, because I don't like to tell women. Because I remember there was this one time, I was so mad because the way I am, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, unless it's like it has to be dire circumstances where I go back on my word, like the world has to be ending type shit. So I remember this one chick, and I fucked up, and I was like, I can't do this like ever again. So I meet this girl on a Tinder one time, and so I had, and this is when I stopped doing this, because I used to just go like, when I used to like meet women, I used to like online. This is like even back in Plenty of Fish days. This is how I used to do this back in the day. I would meet them online and go straight to their house, or have them come straight to me, right? So there was this one time I did this shit, and I told the girl, I said, listen, when I get over there, We gonna get it in. Now, this is the first time I'm meeting her. Now, and also, side note, don't be going over chicks' houses when you first tell them to come to your place. But anyway, I was fucking up. So I go over this chick's house, and you know, she looked cute in her pictures. Now, when I get there, she didn't look as good in the pictures, but she still looked cute, right? So I was like, okay, she's still cute. But then this girl didn't shave. Okay, she had like hair. She had hairier legs than me. You understand what I'm saying? So now
that's not a turn on.
Hell, listen, it was like so. But again, I remember I told her I was going to do it. So now I'm trying to force myself to do a chick with hairy ass legs. You understand what I'm saying? And the shit was.
You could braid it.
It was so bad. But this is the thing. I did it, and I was like, "You see, Locario, this is your punishment for fucking up because you know better than this." So it's from that point on, I said, never again am I just going straight to a girl's house or having things gotta be talked about. I gotta feel it. I gotta ask some questions. Like shit I gotta do just a little bit of investigating. You understand what I'm saying? So I was like, after that, I was done with that shit.
See, and all these people say, oh, but if you didn't shave, the guy doesn't really care. He's just trying to, he'll be happy to have sex with you and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I disagree with that statement. I think guys care more than.
Oh, yeah, I care. You know what I'm saying? And the thing was, I wasn't even thinking about that because like that was the first time I've been with the woman who doesn't shave her legs like this. Cause like I've had women that say, hey, you know, like they'll be like, oh, I didn't shave my legs. So they want to shave. So they'll shave their legs. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she was like, and she had hairy armpits too. I know. I was like, no.
Listen, I mean, some girls, they're granola like that.
Man, listen. It was.
I mean, now there's like, you know, can't you get like laser hair removal? Get it all off.
That shit was crazy. I was like, never again. Never again. You know what I'm saying? Never again. So let me see what these other questions are saying.
That's why you're like, wear a skirt.
Exactly.
So I can make sure that you shave your legs. Right. A skirt and a sleeveless top.
Right,
please.
For real. Like, let me see them underarms.
She'd be like, and she's got like all this hair hanging out. Not my jam.
Crazy. Let me see where was that with this. Says,
did you ever answer? Can he shorten the vetting process?
Oh yeah, what was he at? Oh yeah. Let's answer this. So okay, so this thing. You cannot shorten the vetting process unless your game is super tight.
Because otherwise, all that means is her game is super tight.
Right, which is why you're trying to shorten it.
Right.
So this is the thing. So, you know, rest in peace to ARC. ARC didn't his game was so tight that he doesn't have to do the vetting process like the average guy, right? My game is so I don't need to do the vetting process like that. The reason why we say 12 to 18 months because we're talking to the average guy, and the average guy needs that much time not only to vet her but to vet himself. He needs to be consistent with who he is and what he's about and what he's doing in order to get the best situation for himself. You understand? So the vetting process is not just for her; it's for you. So the thing is this: if you're trying to, you know, because look, he said if I found a girl like April, you would fold. So it's the thing, and again, it's not easy because
don't you know what happened to him?
Listen, it's not easy because when I met, I was like, April is I was like, it gotta be something wrong with her because I was like, she's too perfect. He
literally told his dad.
I told my dad today
to see if she had a drug problem.
Right, I was waiting to see like if she was crazy. I was like, something got to be wrong with this woman because it's too good. And so sometimes you meet women where it's like everything is just on point. But the thing is this, if it's on point, it's going to stay on point because that means that they're on point and they're actually listening to you. They respect you and all this other stuff. So you don't have to rush it because if it's the right chick, it's going to go through how it needs to go through. See, if you feel like you need to rush it, what happens is that there's a part of you that has that neediness going on within you. And it's, you know, you're thirsty for the relationship, you're trying to hold on. So that within itself is something you have to work on within yourself anyway. You see what I'm saying? So you want to be able to like say, hold on, let me fall back a little bit. I'm doing a little too much. I'm starting to simp a little bit. I'm starting to get a little needy. Let me chill. And it's good that you like the girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You understand? Which is good. You want to actually be like engaged and attracted. You know what I'm saying? And excited. It's good. That's a good thing. But just calm down. You'll be fine. Because remember, if the woman is interested in you, she's going to be consistent with you, just like you're being consistent with her. And then what will happen is that that's going to be even a stronger bond because you guys have been consistent with each other over an extended period of time. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, don't worry about that shit. All right, let me see. So this says, when women bring up nonsense like politics and who I voted for, how do I steer the conversation back to us? This happened when Trump was in power in the first term, and now it's happening again.
I would say, what do my political views have to do with us and our chemistry?
Right.
Are you interested in me or are you interested in my political views?
Right. But also what you want to do is you want to steer clear of those conversations, which means that when you're having an interaction with the woman, especially like a first date, whatever it is like that, just switch the topic of conversation. You see what I'm saying?
And I think you can kind of, again, this kind of goes back to like being able to think on your feet and bring some humor into the situation. Like if somebody asked me about my political views, I'd be like, don't you know that there are certain topics that are off limits when you first meet people, like religion and politics and whatever.
Right. Or you can just basically make jokes about the shit and flip the conversation. So she's talking about, like I hate Trump, and I'm like, yeah, you just hate Trump because you think he's sexy. And then she's like, what? What the fuck you mean? I'm like, come on, you ain't no woman talking about a guy that much unless she really likes. So you probably really like that guy. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like you just make it a fun thing. So you show her you're not making it serious. Now, if she's trying to make it serious, then again, that shows that she is not really into you. This is what you guys understand. Like, so remember,
that's a reason for her to just disqualify you.
Right, exactly.
It's like, are you interested in me or are you interested in my political,
because situation? The thing is, if she's really feeling you, she's there to have fun and to get to like interact with you in a fun, exciting, cool way. She's not there to fucking have an argument. And what'll happen is if she's choosing to have an argument versus like, interacting with you to go down that path, and she doesn't really like you anyway. Because remember, this is the thing. If a woman likes you, she will disregard certain things that may annoy her or bother her at the moment because she still is interested in you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's new. And I think that, I mean, literally the only place I have ever dated where I felt like politics is just par for the course is DC. Like everybody in DC wants to talk about politics. And so to that point, again, I think it's like, if you're not in DC, I'd be like, listen, this is why I don't live in DC, because I don't want to talk about politics on a date.
Right. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it is crazy out there. So let me see what other questions we got.
Do we have other questions? Because I still got other things to say. Okay,
so let me we got a caller. Hold on, I think this is 431. 431. Let me try to get 431 on the joint. Hold on, 431. Let me get you on. All right, 431 was popping. 431. 431 going once. 431 going twice. Hello. 431.
431, you got to call back.
We're not hearing you. Call back. We're not hearing you. Call back, right? I'm going to hang up and call right back. So, 431, call back, fam. The thing is on. I don't know why we're not hearing you.
Yeah.
You said, how you flirt with a woman you just approached? That's a very broad question, which can be answered on the Bad Boy membership. Okay, let's try this again. All right, 431. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Yes. What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah,
Who's
I can hear you.
What's up? Who's this?
Not much. What's up?
Chilling. What's going on?
This is Paul.
Paul, what's good, bro? Did you donate?
Yes, sir. All
right.
Hey, Paul.
So what's going on with your man?
Paul, you need to change the battery in your smoke detector, my dear.
What'd you say?
I said you need to change the battery in your smoke detector.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's your question?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just pretty low.
Okay, so what's going on with your man?
Okay. Not much. My question is, like, would it be fair to break up with my girl because she can't accept me with another?
Hold on. Why you keep asking? Why do you keep asking the same question?
He asked if he should break up with this girl because why?
Because she can't accept him fucking with other girls. So he's trying to do the old relationship thing. You've asked this like 10 times in a row. You still with this woman?
I mean, I'm still with her, but like, I'm just at a point where like I want to just know from your point of view.
My point of view is that she should break up with you because you don't know how to change the battery in your smoke detector.
That shit is serious right there.
You need to go get a freaking 9-volt battery and a ladder and climb up and change that damn battery before your house catches on fire.
Mm-hmm. But
I did. It just wasn't working anymore. But I'll check it again.
Oh dear
God. So wait. So Paul. So this thing, right? Why are you still with this woman? Because you keep calling in asking, should you break up with her? Why are you still with her?
Because everything is good. It's only just that fact.
How long have you been together?
For 2 years.
How long have you been open?
Been open for about a year.
Is she dating other people?
She said she just want to see me only.
Okay, well,
that's what she said.
Then I think you need to reiterate the fact that it's open on both ends. Yes. Can you hear me? Oh my Lord.
Yo, you good? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It was like lagging.
Okay. Go ahead, April.
I said, I think you need, you can't hear us over that chirping. I think you need to reiterate.
It's just my connection.
I think you need to reiterate to her that it's open on both ends. You should encourage her to date other people so that she has something to do outside of you. Because right now, probably the reason she's giving you grief is because you're out doing whatever you're doing while she's sitting at home wondering what you're doing and who you're doing it with.
But see, he don't want her to mess with nobody. That's the problem.
Well, then this is what you have to deal with.
Basically. So Paul, this is what you got to understand. The reason why she's giving you all this pushback and energy is because she's not occupied. Does that make sense? Hello?
You need a new phone too, dude.
You still there?
He is not here.
Yeah, his shit is
Paul,
janky.
You need batteries for your smoke detector and a new phone. And clearly,
so
you were a bad boy. Santa did not even do that for you this year.
He's gonna have to call back because that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, he's been dealing with this for
But I feel like
a while.
him and AJ Leno have the same.
That is AJ Leno.
No,
that is AJ Leno.
It didn't even sound like him.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're done with the same shit. That's what I'm saying. They're dealing with the same shit forever. I'm like, God damn. All right, so we got. Oh yeah, you say you had extra stuff you wanted to talk about on the thing. What's
so talking about kind of going back, I want to make sure that everybody gets it. One, we said you need to take an improv class so that you can learn to think on your feet and come back with some, quick, funny, just being able to respond to people quickly. Because more often than not, you guys, your primary form of communication is text, and text can be delayed.
Right.
Then we talked about speed dating, even though you don't like the format.
Oh yeah, the format
the whole idea of speed dating
garbage.
In being able to think quickly on your feet. You only have a limited amount of time to engage, et cetera, et cetera. A couple things that we have talked about, a while ago, actually, I think when we were in Florida, we talked about the fact that between an improv or like a dance class where it's partnered. So like salsa, bachata, tango, something like that, where you don't have to go with somebody. You go there and you meet people, because then when you go out, you already have this confidence that you know how to lead a dance partner, and you have that confidence that can kind of pull you out of your shell. And I think that with that, like even before we got on, I was looking on Eventbrite, and there's literally a free beginner's bachata class on Saturday.
Yeah, because also communication is also nonverbal.
Right.
So, body language, you guys got to be able to know how to look for that when you're on a date. Like, you see, how is the woman close to you? Is she sitting further apart? So like, let's say if me and April on a date, this is our first date, and let's say I'm sitting here and I'm kind of like this around her and I'm close to her, right? So,
which is how he was, by the way.
Exactly. I was all up. I was like, God damn. I was like,
he was
all that.
touching on my thighs.
All
he
that
was
stuff, right? So
kissing on me.
But April was all
I was kissing on him.
She was with it. That's what I'm saying. So now what happens is, right, is that let's say we was on a date, but she's like all the way over here, and she's kind of like,
and then you go to kiss me, and
then she's like, moving away a little bit.
And I turn my head like
exactly.
that, and I'm like,
no,
right there.
But if it's like all this room between you, it's not good. You feel what I'm saying? It can't be all that room between you. You feel what I'm saying? So let me see. Where is?
And then what else did I say? Let me make sure I got everything, because, yeah, I think, but I really think to help you guys better be able to, like feel comfortable in yourself and that body language. Like, I think a dance class, that creates that partner dancing is really good. The improv class, because it helps you think on your feet. And then obviously you've talked about, like, Eventbrite has all these meetups and things that you can do where literally we were looking and to buy tickets for whatever we were doing for New Year's. One of the New Year's things is a whole singles party for New Year's Eve. It's going to be all singles there.
Right.
Like, if you guys can't find somebody, that every woman at that singles party is going to be looking for someone to kiss at midnight.
That's facts. Hold on, we got a call. 239. What's popping?
Yeah, this is Caleb calling from Boca Raton 20, and I donated to the PayPal.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. What's going on?
Merry Christmas. I don't have no smoke alarm in the back, do I?
No, you don't. And you live in Boca. Are you Merry Christmas or are you Happy Hanukkah?
No, I don't have a Merry Christmas.
I know, because you're from Chicago. That's my boy.
I got family in Naples at the moment. Shout out to Naples.
So what's going on?
I wanted to make sure I called in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. You good?
All right, just checking, the phone. But I had a question about something, right? So, when it comes to communication, let's say, I find like multiple women in a line attractive, for example. Like, I'm waiting to like get some coffee or something, right? So if it comes to talking to both of them, does it really matter that if like I flirt with the chick and I holler at her, something doesn't happen, and then I talk to the next one? Does it really matter in that situation or not?
So you saying if you're on like line or something trying to talk to, is like two girls that you want to talk to, one of them you talk to, and then the other one, like the first one ain't really feeling you, and then you talk to the other one right next to her?
Yeah, exactly. Does that change the outcome at all or not?
No. But it does change. It depends on how quickly you can react on your feet, right? So if you go to the second girl and she's like, weren't you just talking to that girl? What are you going to say?
Right. I was about to say.
Yeah, because that actually happened to me before. So
you know what I'm going to say?
Trying to get to that.
I'm going to say, yes, I was talking to her, but I'm just a friendly person.
So right,
you don't want to talk to me?
Yeah, because this is the thing. So what happens is that, you know, you're gonna have women who are gonna feel some type of way, knowing that you just talked to, like, both of them might feel some type of way because the one you just talked to is gonna feel some type of way because you're talking to the new girl, and then the new girl is gonna be like, damn, you just talked to her. Like, so if they notice that, they're gonna feel some type of way. But either way, the thing is, you can't give a fuck. So what happens is that if it seems like you give a fuck, then that's when everything falls by the wayside. So what happens is that you need to be able to.
Oh shoot!
Right. So you need to be able to know how to respond. Now, this is the key. This is one of the good things about like having tight ass game. So when you have game, a lot of times you're in similar situations, right? So if you are in a similar situation, then you should already know what you want to say in those situations. So just like you said it happened to you before. So now, because it happened to you before, you should be prepared for when it happens again. What do I say to navigate that with the knowledge that I have that women will usually respond this way or that way? Does that make sense?
But here's the thing.
He said it
happened to him before, and I said, and what are you going to say? And he still was like,
right, exactly.
I don't know, right? So like, I always talk to people about, like, people that work with me, whatever. Let's say we're doing a corrective action on somebody. I'm like, they are either going to say this or they are going to say this.
Right.
What is going to be your response if they say this? What is going to be your response if they say that? Because typically there is a baseline for human behavior. You just have to know what that baseline is and then know how you're going to respond. And if you're talking to this girl and then you're talking to that girl, talk to this guy standing right behind you too. You know what I mean? Like, because then it's really easy to say, well, I talk to every girl or I talk to every pretty girl, or I talk to everybody because I'm just a friendly person.
Right. Because if the girl, you know what I'm saying? Like if the girl, let's say for example, you know, you talk to both those girls, the first girl, she ain't trying to hear it. And then you talk right next to the second girl. You understand what I'm saying? And then the second girl's like, hey, didn't you just, I just saw you talk to her, right? And then you'll be like, yeah, I talk to all beautiful women, but I really was really, really attractive as a woman who knows how to have a conversation, right? So now you're taking it from like I'm just talking to anybody to I'm talking to you now. Now, are you the type of girl who knows how to have a conversation? You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that it takes it from, and this is the thing. Again, this is another thing with game. What happens is that when you, and I learned this from a friend, he used to sell books on the street. He would go to people and he would say, hey, you look like the type of person who's smart and doesn't like to turn down knowledge and something that could uplift your mind, right? And then the person would be like, yeah, and he'd be like, cool. So listen, you should check out my book because you've already acknowledged that they're the type of person who's interested in this situation. So they don't want to go back on what they just said about themselves that makes themselves look good. So if you're telling a girl, hey, what's even more attractive than a person's looks is a person who knows how to have a conversation, who's mature enough to just talk, right? Then basically what you're saying is that's who you are, right? You know what I'm saying? And so what'll happen is that usually they'll just comply with that. So now you took them off the bullshit of them trying to talk about, oh, you just talked to the other girl, to now me and you are having a conversation and that other girl wasn't as cool and sophisticated as you, which is why me and you are talking now. Do you see what I'm saying? So what it is that, again, this is all taking the situation and you be the one to orchestrate the direction of the conversation or situation. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I think it really comes to what you said, like not giving an F, right?
Right.
Because that would mean that you're going to go on to the next one. And then you're not, then like the fact that, and so it's like basically when you talk to that chick, right? And you're like, listen, so I just like, I like talking to everyone, but what about you? How are you doing?
Right.
Exactly. When you talk like that, right? they aren't even focused on the other thing anymore, right?
Exactly.
Right. So yeah, exactly. So you got to make sure that you are the one who is in control of the conversation and the dynamic of the conversation and where it's going. So you don't want people to trip you up, because if she says, "Oh, I just saw you talking to that other girl," and you start getting all flustered, and you start apologizing, and you start acting all like, "Oh, well, it's just,
oh my God, you caught me."
Right, exactly. Like, "Oh, I was just, I didn't really mean it like that. It's just, you don't want to have that type of energy." You see what I'm saying?
But then I think the important thing is when you figured it out and you're like, yeah, but now what's up with you? And she says whatever. Now what's the next thing you're gonna say?
Right.
Because you have to have the next thing, because without that, now you're gonna have this really awkward lull.
Right.
And you lose the momentum.
Right.
So like, where do you go from there? Like, whether it's, what are you drinking? What do you, do you come here often? Whatever, like whatever it is.
You got to be able to take the conversation where you want it to go
somewhere. Yeah.
So this is what I usually teach guys, is that you want to go to the end of the conversation and then work your way back. So so basically, if my goal, so let's say I'm out and I'm talking to women, and I'm like, okay, I'm approaching women, talking to them, and letting them know that I want to take them out for coffee, drinks, and get to know them, so forth and so on, or whatever the fuck it is, right? Because that is the end point where I'm going to be at. You feel what I'm saying? Then what happens is that my conversation from the first thing I'm saying is going down that path to get to that point. You see what I'm saying? So even in that situation, once I'm talking to that girl and I say, hey, it's really attractive when a woman is knows how to have a really interesting and mature conversation. And, by the way, this weekend, I'm going to be here. So I think me and you should get together to get a drink at this place so we can continue this conversation and blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? So my end goal is for us to get together to go on that date. So therefore, the conversation leads down that direction. So even if she says, "Oh, well, I just saw you talking to that other girl," and then it's like, okay, cool, that's cool. But anyway, listen, this, and that, take my number down so we can make this happen. So what we're saying is that don't get caught off guard by what she's saying. Stay focused on the goal of where you're going and take her on that ride. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. You see what I mean?
Right, exactly. Okay, dope. Well, I'm actually gonna send $5 more because this was not a game to get.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. All right, brother. Appreciate the call, fam. All right,
have a good holiday.
Yes, sir. All right. I think somebody else is trying to call. I think it was like 315.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, so 315 call back. Yeah, 315 call back, and then we get to your joints. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see.
But kind of going back to what Caleb was just saying, that's exactly why I think an improv class is so critical.
Exactly, right.
Like, if you can learn to think on your feet, and oh my gosh, I wish I could find that TikTok. The one with, oh my gosh, you guys, there is a great TikTok. I should try to find it really quick. With these two guys rapping. I think it's, what is Nick Cannon's show?
Oh, you talking about Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna show Wildin' Out because they probably give us a copyright claim.
So, no, I wasn't gonna show it. I was just gonna play it. So the topic is seafood. The two guys. And the guy talks about this, and it's a black guy and a white guy. And he starts out and he's like, da 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 da, salmon. And the guy goes, "Oh, salmon, da 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 da." And then he goes back and he goes, "Shrimp," and he goes, "Shrimp, da 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 da." And this is all about your girl, and I took your girl and your.
Oh, right. And it was like freestyling and shit. Yeah. I remember that.
And then he comes back, and the punchline is, whatever he ended up rhyming with, and I took your new bae and your old bae, and he's like, "Oh, you did? Well, everybody knows that white people don't use seasoning, right?" It's so good. Like, if you guys can find it, it's like so comical. And the white guy is like so much personality, right? But I think the whole point of it is they're thinking on their feet. It's literally like a diss line back and forth as far as your girl, my girl, da 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 da, and the whole thing's around seafood,
right?
But the energy from these guys is crazy. But that's what an improv will be able to, where that will be able to take you. Kind of going back to your initial point, like, oh, where are you from? You're from here, here, and here. Oh, were you chasing a guy there? Like, you're using the things that I'm saying to now come back and talk to me about it.
Right.
And you can only do that if you're listening. And if you kind of have already played through some things in your head of like where you want to take things, if you know things go here and then go there, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. No, that's some real shit. So let me get some more of these questions. So this says, first date I went for the kiss and she turned her head. Then I built tension for 15 minutes later and tried again and she kissed back. Should I have charged her the first time? Yes, you should have, because this is the thing. So,
but you don't charge the first time.
No. What I'm saying is, because when she turned her head, that's already showing she doesn't have high interest, right?
Right, but your favorite line is when the girl says, "I don't kiss on the first date," and you're like, "That's great, but there just won't be a second date."
Right.
But so let's say then she kissed you. Would you go out with her on a second date?
Probably not at this point, no.
You're so rude.
I know, because this is the thing. No, and this is what I say to David.
But if you were 25,
right? So David, that's what I'm saying. So when I say these things, you can still go out with the girl. And what I'm saying is just understand the girl you're talking to has medium interest.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So
totally.
So just understand that's so whenever a chick turns her head or gives you any resistance, right? Like I was on a date with a girl once, and she was like, what did she say? She said some shit like, "Oh, it's not time for that," or whatever. Like she said this, and it was funny because
always time for
right.
That.
So and it was funny because the date was cool up until that point. Like that was literally the thing that made me say. And I ended the date, I think, in the next 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But it was like once she said that, I was like, "Yep, this is done. This is a wrap." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So just understand this medium interest now. If you want to continue to deal with a girl who is like that, cool. But just understand that same girl, David, if you invite her to your house to smash, right, there might be some resistance. You understand? There might be some, oh, I don't know if I'm comfortable with doing this right now. Can we get to know each other more? So forth and so on, yada, yada, yada. You feel what I'm saying?
But I also think that... Oh, I had a thought. Let me think of what it was. Sorry. Go ahead. So, that question threw me off.
So this says, isn't unreasonable for most men to expect high interest from women? No. So now, this is the thing that you guys got to understand, right? The reason why you're saying that is a reflection of how you view yourself. You understand? Basically, because think about what you're saying. Isn't it unreasonable for me to expect a woman to have high interest in me? Let's rephrase that sentence or question and put other words in it. Isn't it unrealistic for me to expect a woman to really like me? Isn't it like a delusion to think that a woman would be sexually attracted to me? I'm saying the same thing you're saying, but just with different words.
Isn't it delusional to think that someone would be interested in me sexually because I'm just not that guy?
Right, exactly.
Like, that's basically what you're saying. I'm not good enough.
Right.
I'm not, the best she could get.
Right.
I'm not.
Like, isn't it a fantasy to think that a woman would, just want me for me? That's basically what you're saying. You see how when we put it in different words, you see how the insecurity and the low self-esteem just it's more apparent.
And all the people in the chat saying, "Why do you hate yourself?"
Exactly, right. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talk about, guys. So you gotta be careful about what you're saying. Now, that's what it says. Isn't selling yourself the same as trying to prove yourself that you're worthy? Well, this is the thing.
You're not selling yourself.
Right.
You're selling an opportunity.
Right.
For them to spend time with you, for them to, get to the bedroom with you, for them to learn more about you, for you to upgrade them.
Right, like, because you're giving them the opportunity.
Right.
So just like if I'm going to an actor and I own a movie studio and I say, hey, I'm going to give you this opportunity to come through and audition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's really all it is. All right, so let me see who we got here. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this on the speaker. All right, what's going on? We 646. Who this?
Yeah, this Shia from Brooklyn. What's good?
Shia from Brooklyn. Where you been, man? Did you donate though?
Yeah. I'm actually sending it right now. If that's okay with you. $5.
Oh, this motherfucker. He.
Where are you sending it?
Where you sending it at?
To the Cash App Hashim.
No, you met you. It doesn't work. You got to go to the PayPal or the Venmo. PayPal or Venmo. Yeah, PayPal or the Venmo.
Okay, so let me hang up and do that right now.
Call back.
All
right, cool.
Gotcha.
Come on,
Shia and Moses are definitely not the same person doing sports.
They do sound the same a little bit though.
I don't think so.
They got that same like inflection in the voice, I think a little bit, just a little bit. They sound like they could be brothers and shit. I don't know.
Shia sounds white to me, and Moses does not.
Says, how do I care about a woman's emotions without being their therapist?
Why? Well, who is this woman to you?
Right.
Like, have you been dating her a while, or is this on a first date? Because if this is the first date, why is this an emotional conversation?
Right. Because if this is not a woman that you're with, like a woman that's your girl, wife, whatever, then you're wasting time. Because you got to remember, some guys, you got to understand, sometimes women will use you as an emotional tampon. So what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to be drained. I'm saying it's true. You're allowing yourself to be. Basically, a woman is coming to you and saying, "Hey, can I use your energy and time and attention so I can dump all this negative energy on you?" You feel what I'm saying? Like, no.
And then she's going to leave that date, and then she's going to call her friend with benefits. He's going to come through. They're going to hook up.
Exactly.
Because now she feels better.
Right. And you just, that's what you've been doing. All right, so let's go to
267.
267. 267. What's poppin'? Who this?
What's going on? It's Dave, Philadelphia, 37 years old, and I sent it to the PayPal.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. All right. So what's going on?
No doubt. Yeah, so I just wanted to make a comment in regards to a live that y'all did a few days ago, talking about, well, y'all always talk about, like, goofy ass niggas that rely on money, money and status and shit like that. What I would say is, like, if you ain't got no game, you know what I'm saying, but you got money, you got status and shit like that, you're actually worse off. Like, the more money that you have, you're actually worse off as far as the consequences of not having game. If you got money, than if you was like to be an average dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like if you an average dude, you know what I'm saying, you ain't really you're not really a target like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you got money and you ain't got no game, or you a target, and your life is more vulnerable to sabotage.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And that's for all the dudes that's watching that, that talk about you gotta have money, you know what I'm saying? Game isn't enough and shit like that. Like, you gotta have game no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I started watching y'all, like about 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm a frequent caller. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the chat and shit. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the game that y'all be spitting and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. We appreciate it, bro. Real talk.
I think the one thing
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
always say about people with money that have no game is, and especially the guys that talk about, like, get your money up. The reality is if you put all of your identity into the money, what happens when the money goes away? Or if you win the girl with your money, what happens if your money goes away? Because if she was never interested in you, the man, and the money goes away, you're losing your money and the girl.
Right.
Because you were leading her with money. It's like, I went out with this guy one time, and we were coming back from a basketball game, and he had way too much to drink. And he said to me, I don't even remember what the whole situation was, but he was like, I got you and your mom Louis Vuitton bags for Christmas. And I was going to give them to you. And I looked at him and said, well, first of all, you clearly don't know me because I would never carry an LV bag because I don't do logos.
Wait, he was balling like that. You got to call him back. Tell him to buy some Christmas presents. Tell him to get us some presents for Christmas.
Well, shit, you should have took them bags and sold them, John.
But and then the other thing I said was, and if I wanted one, I would buy it myself. Like, I don't need a man to do that for me. So
it was like, I don't need no man. I'm a strong, independent woman.
But yes and no. But
April strong and independent, like a motherfucker.
But the reality was I wasn't even going to allow him to lead with money, right? Like, you're behaving badly, and now I don't care how much money you have. I'm not that girl. I'm not the girl that's going to stick around because you're going to give me an LV bag. Because first of all, I also thought he was bullshitting me, right? So he was used to being that guy that was like, oh, well, I got this and I got that, and I'll give you this and I'll give you that. And that's how I excuse my bad behavior. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks.
No doubt. And like, you have chicks that's like that. They're like, well, I'm not trying to take your money because I don't want you to think that I owe you something. Right. You know what I'm
saying?
Exactly.
That is real talk.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
Yeah, that's all I had to say though, man. I appreciate y'all taking my call. Keep spitting the game, Locario, on April, for sure.
Sir. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Have a good holiday.
All right, peace.
All right. Yeah, you too. All
right. So guys, calling number is 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901 is the number. I got a lot of questions tonight. Hold on, let me see. I think this might be Shia calling back. Hold on. Let me try to get Shia on the phone and shit. Hold on. All right. Is this Shia?
Yes, sir. It is he. What's up?
That's what's up. Appreciate you, fam. So what's your question?
A quick question. I actually been working hard, working a lot these past months. But right now, when I'm dating and looking for a chick, I know you say, to try to get intimate quickly, to see if she's interested in you sexually. But for me, my approach is slightly different because I'm focused on what I'm doing with cooking. What I actually lead with is I'm like, do you want to come over and cook? So I'm kind of testing her interest based on, what I want to do. So my question to you is, do you think it's easier to lead with the sex, or do you think it's easier to lead with her doing a particular task?
No, it has to be sex. So this is what I'm saying. So what happens is because this is what you don't want to happen. You don't want to be in a relationship with a woman who doesn't want to have sex with you. Does that make sense? So the leading with the sex or making things sexual quickly or seeing if the woman is sexually interested in you is so that you don't waste time being in a relationship with a woman who doesn't find you sexually appealing, because a woman will be in a relationship with you immediately, quickly. She'll marry you. She'll be with you, even though she's not sexually interested in you. So now what's going to happen is you're going to be sexually attracted to her, but she's not sexually attracted to you. So then what's going to happen is you're going to be in a relationship with this girl. She's going to have sex with you, but she's going to have it on her terms every once in a while. Then she's gonna, when you're trying to have it when she don't want to have it, she's gonna gaslight you. Oh, is that all you think about, Shia? I thought you were different than all these other guys. Like, why does it have to be all about sex and blah blah blah? You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have those problems. So even though the woman is coming over, helping you with your stuff, she's doing all those things, the other problem you're gonna have is that she's not sexually interested in you. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, got it. That makes sense. And I wasn't really saying that I'm not going to get to that point, because obviously, to your point, we're going to have to get intimate to see if there's sexual attraction, mutually.
But I would
have obviously
sex
there's not
before you cook.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, exactly.
You need to
say that one more time, April.
You need to have sex before you invite her over to cook.
Right.
So it's
okay, got you.
Let's say you go for a drink or you go for a coffee, and the next, let's say that's all that happens on the first date. The next date is sex, and then the third time is cooking and sex.
Right. Exactly.
Right? Like, and who knows? I mean, I don't care if you buy 2 aprons and you're cooking and she's cooking and you're doing it in your underwear.
Mm-hmm.
And here's an apron, and there's like some kind of like sexual something that goes with it, and is it really like full on cooking, or is it like we're gonna do chocolate covered strawberries and like things, something along those lines where like it's more kind of on the flirty, sexy, like feed each other kind of side, rather than like, oh, we're going to make a whole meal. And, I think you build up to that, but it's like sex, then cooking and sex, then sex, then cooking and sex.
Right. But sex got to be, so basically sex got to be in that shit, because I'm telling you, there's too many women who will take all that non-sexual attention you're giving them and relish in it.
Yep.
And you're highly sexually attracted to her, and then it's going to be an issue later on down the line. That's what I'm saying. So you don't want to waste time with a woman who likes to help you with all these other things, but she's not really 100% with it. So, and this is the thing. This is why we talk about making it sexual quickly, because sex is not the most important thing, but it is the most important thing right now. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got to understand, because you don't want to be in a situation where later on down the line, not, because remember, you're going to be in some form or fashion emotionally invested in her too. So then imagine you're emotionally invested in a woman who doesn't really have that high of a sex drive, or I should say high of a sexual attraction for you. That's going to cause problems. You see what I'm saying?
And I also think she has to earn the right to even be with you in the kitchen cooking with you.
Right.
If she's not the one making the meal for you, she has to earn the right to be able to spend that amount of time with you. And the currency for that is there has to be a sexual attraction.
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
Glad everything's going good with your cooking, though.
Yeah, man.
Whenever you're ready, we'll come over and you can cater dinner for us.
Right.
I do not like things
listen,
onions, peppers, or things with weird sauces.
Oh, no, hold up. Actually, I got to call in on Media Mondays because I just released my cookbook.
Oh,
yes!
shit.
It's not official yet. Yeah. It's I'm not gonna give everything, but I'm gonna call in, donate properly. But it's gonna be on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, all of that good stuff.
Awesome.
But I want to get my video down packed, so when I call in, I could promote it properly.
Love it.
Yeah. Definitely. Hit us
know.
That's what's up, man. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Happy holidays. Brother.
Appreciate the call, man. That's what's up. Shia got the cookbook coming out, people. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, Lord Jefferson, he worried about the wrong buns. Hilarious.
Lord Jefferson is like on it with some jokes tonight. He also said, Locario's also about to head out. Hey, I'm about to head out, but you want to meet me at the Main Street Bar.
For real. Oh, man. Okay, where was we at with these questions? Says, can you break down of the numbers game, how many approaches, phone numbers, and dates typically takes to sleep with one woman? How much work will it take?
It's work.
Well, this is the thing. So the tighter your game is, the less of a numbers game you need to play. The worse your game is, the more of a numbers game you need to play, right? And so what happens is that there's no particular specific number. The average dude, though, would get anywhere between 1% and 10%. So what does that mean? So that means that for every 100 girls, right, you will get 1 to 10 women who will be interested in exchanging information with you. So let's say you get 10 girls out of 100 that's interested in exchanging information with you. So then out of those 10 girls, right, maybe if you have like if you're out there, let's say you talk to another 100 girls, another 10 girls, another 100 girls. So you got 30 girls. Out of those 30, you might sleep with 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? So you have to go through 300 girls to sleep with 2 or 3. But that's when you have the average regular guy. You ain't really got game like that, but you're a regular average dude. The guy who's super terrible at this may need to talk to freaking 500 girls if he's in, and maybe he'll get one that'll sleep with him. Now, and this is how crazy numbers game is. Guys who have really tight game, out of 100, might get 35 to 40. You understand? So that still means 60 women that aren't really trying to fuck with them like that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's still going to be a numbers game regardless of your level of game. So there's no guy that is going out here talking to 100 girls and he's getting 98. That's not how it works.
But the real Dirty Dan, if you wanted the Steve the Dean answer, he would say, why does it matter? Because you're not a student of the game anyways. You're not even in the game. You're not playing the game. You're on the Bad Boy membership and learning how to get your ass out there in the game.
Facts.
It doesn't matter how many women you're going to talk to because you could blow all of it because you don't have the game to really be able to make your chances better for being able to convert.
Right. Real talk. So it says, what other colognes do you recommend for dates? I have Ralph Lauren Polo. Also on the day-to-day basis, should I be wearing the same cologne or switch it up? Well, you could switch it up. I wear like the same shit. I've been wearing the same shit for how long? For
as long as
10
I've
years.
Known you. I mean, listen, he tried to wear a different cologne once, and I was like, what do you have on?
And
don't wear it with me ever again because I don't like it.
See, this is the thing. No, this is the thing. See, April doesn't want me wearing all these different colognes because she's like, you're going to smell too good.
Right.
See, this is the thing. April doesn't want me. April doesn't want me to be too sexy and smooth. She does. He's like, you don't want to stop me. Like, stop me.
Okay. So, I mean, I love Chanel Blue. I love, there's a Creed one that I like. Y by YSL. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that I really like too. I think there's a Bulgari one that I really like. And that one, I think I actually stopped somebody and I was like, oh my gosh, what is that cologne? Because it was so good. But also keep in mind that different colognes go with different body chemistries. And, obviously he wears Polo Blue, which I love. But like Polo in the green bottle, I have an aversion to. I don't like it. I used to date somebody that used to like bathe in it. And it was like, it hung in the room for days afterwards. So I don't like that scent at all. But that, again, it's what you might like. It might just, not jive for somebody, whatever. So I think, be aware that it will go with your body chemistry. So try the different ones till you find the ones that you like and that you're getting compliments on, et cetera, et cetera. And keep in mind, Masculine Identity cologne is about
That's
to come out. Miles is looking for a test group to test the product. So if you're interested, get in on that.
That's a fact. You said, Locario, let them know Macy's got a cologne pack with a bunch of different scents.
Oh, yeah.
Word? I know that.
Macy's and Sephora. And because now it's after the holiday, you can probably get like a super deal. And it's like, the little tester ones that
that come right. They're
just like the little tiny sprays. But because if they didn't sell them through the holiday, they're going to go on sale. And, like tomorrow starts all the big sales.
Right.
So
J-Bone said, is stinging on your feet a skill that anybody can learn, or is it more so you either got it or you don't?
No, I think you can learn it.
No, everybody can learn it. And the thing is, you think on your feet all day anyway. The thing is that you're not aware that you're doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're not paying attention to the situation, but you're you're having thoughts already and you're responding based on the circumstance you're in, but you're not really highly aware that you're doing it. Because the thing is, when you're with a woman, you're so focused on like other things, like, oh, does she like me? Oh, I don't want to say that. So you're not even in the moment. But a lot of times in your everyday life, when you're doing certain things, you're in the moment and you're thinking on your feet, and you don't even realize you're doing this because you're so in the moment that you're not like trying to pay attention to say the perfect thing. You're just saying it and saying what you want to say. So the thing is that when it comes to dealing with women, the more you take women off the pedestal, the easier it is for you to think on your feet. Because then what happens is that you're not worried about saying the right thing or the correct thing. You see what I'm saying? And also too, this is what I talked about before, as I was saying earlier, is the more you talk to women, the more you're going to notice patterns.
Yep.
You're going to notice women are going to say the same fucking shit over and over again. And then what happens is that you come up with your own things to respond. And they say, oh, when they say this, I just say that. And then I bring it back to this. So when I used to go, because I used to go out to these bars, clubs, events all the time, I talk to women and it's the same like 10 things I would hear. Mm-hmm. You understand? So like for example, I would hear women say shit like they'll say like, oh, I bet you say this to all the women, right? Like that's
I do. I say it to
right,
everyone.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So you hear that so many times. And then when you respond, right, you say, oh, I notice usually when I respond this way, I get this reaction. You understand? And then now, so you see what I mean? So then you can say, oh, I notice that women will say it this way when they're actually attracted versus a woman will say this other thing. You see what I mean? So,
and if she says, I bet you say that to all the women, I would be like, I bet you say that to all the men.
Right.
Again, I'm the person that's always going to lead with humor. And I feel like it usually like catches people like off guard because they're expecting like somebody to just deal with them the same way in this predictable pattern. But kind of going back to what we were saying with Caleb,
right? There
are predictable patterns of human behavior and how they're going to react and what they're going to say. And if you really think about it, I said this, they said that.
Right.
And then, and knowing what your response is going to be if and when they do say that, so that you can, come back and be witty and
right. Cause I used to, again, like I said, like I would use things in the situation to make it sexual. So there were times when women will say, oh, like I would say something and they'll say, oh, you must say that to all the women. And then my response would be, I'd be like, no, I only say that to women who I know want to sleep with me. You see what I'm saying? So I already brought it into a sexual conversation. You see what I'm saying? And then, so now we're talking about, she's like, how do you not want to sleep with you? Blah, 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 blah. What are you talking about? You're crazy. Then we're in that conversation. Right. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do. This says, first date, I went for a kiss and she turned her head. Oh yeah, we already did that one already. Oh yeah, we was already on that shit. You said, would you agree that oftentimes less is more? Yes, I agree. That's what the whole vetting process is. The vetting process is less is more. This is why when you first meet women, y'all just hooking up. Y'all getting together, y'all hook up, you have a good time, and you see her next week, y'all hook up again. You're not on the phone for 6 hours. You're not fucking taking them on extravagant. You're doing less. So what happens is that you're doing less now. And then what happens is that girl, because she's interested in you, she's going to keep being consistent with seeing you. And then next thing you say, hey, let's go out and get something to eat. Now you went from just hooking up to now you're getting something to eat. And then it's slowly building. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's
what it's about. All right. So we're going to do another 10 minutes and we're going to wrap it up, guys.
Because I got the yawns.
It says, can you break down what a woman choosing you means? Because I thought it's the man chooses the woman. Ooh. So this is what choosing means, right? So basically, all that means is that a woman is saying she's interested. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that both people have to essentially choose each other. You understand? So just because a woman is attracted to you and is interested in you, don't mean that you're gonna just be with her. You have to choose to be with her too, right? But what essentially happens is that a lot of guys try to force a situation with a woman who's not interested. So when a woman is not interested, that means she's not choosing you. You understand what I'm saying? So what guys will try to do is they'll try to talk their way into pussy with a girl who's not interested. So what we're saying is fuck with the women who are choosing you, meaning the women who are interested in you. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? You said, how do you know your level of game? So basically what you do is the way that you know your level of the game is, one, you know your level based on you getting exactly what you want on your terms. So if it's actually happening where you're getting what you want on your terms on a consistent basis, that'll show you that your game is tight. If you're not getting what you want on your terms on a consistent basis, your game is weak. Now, another thing that gets you to understand your level of game, if your game is tight, if your game is weak, is how you're able to respond, react, and deal with particular situations. So if you're the type of guy, for example, if a girl leaves you on red and you start fucking losing your mind, throwing shit in your house, you're mad, upset, like, why is she acting like, why she treat me like that? Your game is weak because you're easily moved. If your game is tight, then what happens is that when that happens or occurs, it doesn't move you. You're like, yeah, whatever, next. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're cool with all of that. You feel what I'm saying? You're cool with any outcome. So it's about you understanding yourself, you being, grounded in who you are, you being able to have a strategy that works for you specifically to get exactly what you want on your terms. You see what I'm saying?
But I also think knowing your level of game, you have to be a student of the game.
Right.
Right? Like if you are not working with a mentor or a coach, like you're lost in the sauce, because I think the big thing that, Locario talks about is what you guys get on YouTube is like a nugget.
It's like a smidget. It's like
of what the game actually is on the Bad Boy membership, on the documentaries, on the seminars that you guys have access to. Right. He's got this amazing holiday sale with all of these extra products right now. And it's crazy to me that he's been running the sale for like almost a month. And there are still people that are like, I'm gonna, I haven't yet. Like, why?
Right. You need to get on it now.
You'll be calling up on, January 2nd, 3rd, like, oh man, when are you going to run another sale? Because I missed the one for the holiday. Bad. Like, he runs the holiday sale every year, and this year I feel like it's longer than last year.
Yeah, and there's more shit on there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I'm telling you, I need to get on that ASAP. You know what I'm saying? ASAP. Okay, so this says I work in sales. I talk to a lot of people every day, and some good-looking women come through, and I want to holler because I don't. Are you saying don't want to jeopardize my job? How can I separate business from personal? So again, don't holler at them at your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the thing. Excuse me. The reason why y'all so caught up with your job or hollering at girls at your job is because y'all are really not out there doing things outside of work. You guys are not doing things.
But he's not hollering at people at his job. He's hollering. He's probably some kind of sales. So it's not people he works with. It's customers.
Yeah, even the customers, you shouldn't really be hollering at.
Oh no, I don't disagree with that. But what I'm saying is, like, you have to figure out a way to be able to talk to them outside of the job, not actually at the job.
Yeah, but either way, he shouldn't even be like thinking about that in those scenarios. And the reason why, this is the reason why I say that. So again, this goes to the caller earlier. He was talking about, he was confused about what Steve was saying about, see, the reason why we tell y'all to not talk to people at your job or customers at your job or those situations, or even we talk about the gym and all these other stuff, is because most of you guys don't have the type of game to know how to do this in an efficient way that's not going to fuck up your shit. Just like we just did the show the other day about Shamik Moore, the one, the Spider-Man guy that does the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Dude, he's fucking up his whole situation because he didn't have enough game to know how to have those conversations with the people he works with on the movies.
Right.
So he's all in the media where everybody's like, yo, this guy's a weirdo. He's like, so that's what we're saying, where if you don't have that game, it doesn't make sense to do that in those situations. And this is the ironic part. When you have tight game, you're not focused on doing that in those situations.
Right.
Because you have so much of an abundance of doing it everywhere else that this doesn't even compute to you. You're like, I'm not even thinking about this right now because I have such abundance in all these other situations in my life. I'm not picking this place. See, part of wanting to talk to women at your job or the customers at your job has to do with laziness, because you're saying, well, I'm already here. They're here. I don't have to bother to go to a bar. I don't have to bother to go out to an event. I don't have to bother to go online. I don't have to bother to go to this club, whatever. I can just talk to these women here. So it's a part of laziness in your mind, and that laziness is correlated to the fact that your game is weak, which is going to cause you to fuck up your situation.
Right. And I think the other piece of it is, is it worth screwing up additional income possibilities?
Right.
And word of mouth travels. So especially in a work environment. So whether it's, whatever you're selling, they love you, they tell all their friends, they refer people to you, et cetera, et cetera. Or they were like, you know what, like, I love the product or I love the service, but this guy hits on me every time I go in there, and like, it makes me uncomfortable. So I would not recommend, dealing with this person.
Right.
So now you're losing potential incremental business because you're making them uncomfortable.
Right. Exactly. And the thing is, guys who have tight game and who have very good social skills, they're aware also in those situations if a woman is actually interested in them or not, to even take it there to that point. And then they know how to have that conversation to not make the situation be a thing if that person's a repeat customer or whatever it is like that. Because remember, you got to think like, when you're doing this business type of shit, you don't want to bring the goofiness of the type of shit that you might be doing based on you not having the know-how to make it happen in a way where it needs to happen. So,
well, and I think that if your game were tight, is there a way in the process that you are able to flirt a little, and then in order to let her know that you're interested, like, you might say something like, about not having a girlfriend or not dating anyone seriously or whatever. Or saying, maybe you're asking her about, dating, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that there's a way to do that, but then leave that ball in her court.
Right.
Because if she's interested, she will come back to you.
Right. Exactly.
And that's like the only way I would touch that in a work environment.
Yeah, you just got to know how to maneuver, which most guys don't. So if you're having trouble in general talking to women, then
don't touch it.
Don't talk to the women at your job. Right. It says, why is low self-worth always seen as thinking women won't likely have high interest? Example, I value myself internally, but recognize I'm not likely to generate high interest from women. Hold on, I gotta hit the button.
Oh my gosh. Why are you on this channel?
I gotta hit him with the button.
I'm literally gonna have to time you out for this.
I gotta hit him with the button. So grandfather Nuggle. That's a funny ass name. But anyway, see, this is the thing. It's
what you think is what is your reality.
Right. So it goes hand in hand. So you can't say, well, I have, high self-worth, but then think women aren't going to be interested in me highly. It doesn't make any sense. So because he's saying, why is low self-worth always seen as thinking women won't likely have high interest? Because that's correlated. Because if you thought women had high interest in you, that would mean you think highly of yourself. If you think they won't have high interest in you, that means you don't think highly of yourself. You understand? It's like anything else. It's like if you if you think something is valuable, right? What happens is that the way that you interact with it, or the way that you're like going about it to get that thing, or to talk about that thing, or interact with that situation or circumstance, right, is different because you think highly of it, you're going to act a certain way. Because you think something is important, something is valuable, you act this way towards it. So the same thing when it comes to dealing with a woman, if she sees you as valuable, she's going to act a certain way toward it. But you have to see yourself as valuable first, because in order for that person to see you as valuable, right, you have to see yourself as valuable. Because if you don't see yourself as valuable, and a person might say, hey, I see you as valuable, what's going to happen is that they're going to slowly or quickly, in certain cases, see you as not valuable, because you're going to tell them, I'm not valuable.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So even if at first they were like, oh, I like you, now you're going to be like, well, wait a second. It's unreasonable for you to like me, like highly.
Like, even your behavior will show your insecurity, which is super unattractive.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be able to change your mindset.
Exactly.
Because your perception is your reality.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can change that for you.
Right.
You have to change that for you.
Right. Because check this out. Do you guys realize that a lot of, in life, there's a lot, like, it's meaningless, I should say, in a sense. So what I mean is this: you give things meaning. And also what happens is that if you give the meaning to you that you're valuable, then what's going to happen is other people are going to follow suit. That doesn't mean that everyone's going to see value in you, but somebody's going to see value in you because you're promoting your value. It's just like a song they used to play on a radio a million times. Like back in the day, some of y'all don't know what radio is because y'all too young. But back in the day, they had this thing called a radio, and they would play a song.
In their cars.
And they don't know what they got satellite. I'm talking about like they have radio stations where they will play a song over and over and over and over and over again. So basically what they're saying to the public is, this is the song you should like. And then all of a sudden you went from not liking it to liking it and singing along. And now this is my favorite song. It's your favorite song because they played it over and over again. They told you this was valuable. So now you like it. It's the same concept. You see what I'm saying? Like, the thing is that you guys got to understand that when it comes to value, you have to see it first. And even with the song analogy, there are people who, when they first played this song and heard it, was like, yo, I'm feeling this. And then some other people took them a while you see what I mean? So it's like, guys, you got to understand how this shit goes. All right, last question. We're going to wrap this shit up. How do I get the sale because the website charges me?
Dude, do you not understand? The sale is the price. You're just getting all of the free things.
You're getting extra stuff. So the sale, it's the normal price, King. And then when you buy it, you get to join the membership, and then you get 17 extra free things with it. So the sale is you buy it and you're getting extra programs for free. That's the sale.
That are
not available on the membership. Right.
So if you watch the promo that's about to come up,
mm-hmm.
you'll see the list of all the things you have access to when you join the holiday sale.
Right.
Plus all of the extra things you get, which you can download, save on a hard drive, whatever, the case may be. And, you'll have access to it. So join the membership. It's going to be well worth your money.
Exactly. So guys, that's pretty much it, man. We about to wrap this up. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up? Call it a night. You feel what I'm saying?
Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So get on that holiday sale, people. Get on that holiday sale ASAP. And we will get that shit going. You feel what I'm saying?
Find somebody to kiss at New Year's.
That's a fact.
Go on Eventbrite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is Pulsed in every city? There's also this app called Pulsed, you guys. PULSD. And it gives you like things to do in your city that are at a discounted rate.
Mm.
So, some super cool stuff. But there's so much going on. And like I said, there's like singles events that's going on for New Year's. I think if I were single, like that would be like the best one to go to, just because like every single woman wants someone to kiss at midnight. Every woman.
Yeah.
So, you know, the sky's the limit, you guys.
That's a fact. All right, people. So that's pretty much it. We're out of here. Peace.
Remember, truth is inside
you. Truth is inside you. Peace. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. And it's that time again, guys. The Bad Boy Membership Holiday Sale. Okay, so now on this holiday sale, you guys are getting a lot of free stuff. You already know the drill, all right? So I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to get when you join the Bad Boy Membership from now up until January 1st, 2025, all right? So check this out. Now, when you join the Bad Boy Membership on the holiday sale, you're going to get the ultimate Bad Boy package for free. Now, this includes the Bad Boys Guide to Dating program, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, Manhood and the Game seminar, the Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men, Banned from YouTube Dating Advice mixtape, How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar, and How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar audio version. You're also going to get these other bonus programs for free. The Simple Way to Talk to Women, The Abundance Mindset, How You Must Think and Act to Date Multiple Women Successfully, The Conversation Booster, Learn What to Say to Make Women Want to Date and Have Sex with You, The Confidence Booster, Learn How to Be the Confident Man That Women Are Attracted to, What Every Man Should Know About Sex, Dating, and Relationships, The Secret Women Code, 7 Things Women Do to Deceive and Play Games with You, Step Up Your Dating Game audio seminar, Stop Being Nice and Friendly, How to Quit Being the Nice Guy That Gets Stuck in the Friend Zone, and Man Up, Principles Every Man Should Live By to Be Successful in Love and in Life. So with the ultimate Bad Boy package, you're getting 16 programs that equal up to about $2,000 in value for free just by joining the Bad Boy Membership on the holiday sale. But wait, there's more. When you join the Bad Boy Membership holiday sale, you're also going to get the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man documentary. Now, this documentary officially drops next year, 2025, but you get to watch it right now when you join the Bad Boy Membership holiday sale. You're also going to get the How to Be the Guy Women Just Want for Sex audio program. Now, this is an audio program that breaks down how to be the type of guy that women really want to have sex with. And you can only get this program on the Bad Boy Membership holiday sale. This is exclusive to the sale. You cannot get this program anywhere else. When you join the Bad Boy Membership holiday sale, you're going to get access to the Bad Boy Membership. And in the Bad Boy Membership, you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Right now, there are over 125 programs on the Bad Boy Membership, and there's a new program dropping every month. You're also going to get the Ultimate Bad Boy Package, which is over $2,000 worth of programs for free. You're also going to get the Game Kings 2 documentary that's not even out now. It's going to come out next year, so you get to see this documentary now. You're also going to get How to Be the Guy Women Just Want for Sex audio program, and you can only get that audio program exclusively on this Bad Boy Membership holiday sale. So all you need to do is go to badboymembership.com right now and join the Bad Boy Membership to take advantage of the holiday sale. All right, so guys, make sure that you join the Bad Boy Membership from now up until January 1st, 2025, okay? When you join the Bad Boy Membership, you're gonna get all of this free stuff, all right? So make sure you click the link below or go straight to badboymembership.com and take advantage of the holiday sale, all right? So that's pretty much it. I'm out of here, guys, and remember, the truth is inside you. I'm out. Peace.